Two and two and two. That truth is in the building, man. What's the word? How y'all feeling out there? Man, I've been trying to get this video uploaded to try to see if I can show y'all this one of this little lady's poem. It was super dope, man. What's up, man? We in the building. Straight up. Little glasses got too much glare on it. I don't know. I like them little see-throughs. Make you look professional. What's happening, everybody? Listen and learn Monday, man. What's the word? You know something that I figured out? I was going back through my videos or like my little clips from like old podcasts that I've been doing like throughout like last year and the different times that I set up like different like scenes. Remember we was upstairs, we was doing that for a minute. Then I had the black drop where I kind of did this when I first got this. Then when I moved back down into the basement, I started sitting in the chair and that's when I was doing the podcast off the phone, off the iPhone. And it seemed like, man, you get like more views. Like when people was like, I don't know what they was looking at. Was they looking at, what I was gonna wear or how I was fitted or something? But like when you see the whole body in the shoes, we haven't switched up no content. We still been killing it. You know what I mean? Far as on positivity. So you know what I mean? That's the only thing we're gonna try to bring to the table. Every rip. It's something positive, man, for somebody to try to be enlightened, man, and do something better with your life. I'm trying to check out my chats. So yeah, somebody tap in. Let me know y'all checking me out. I see a few people on deck. I know I switched my mic, so I know for a fact that the mic should be right. But man, I've been dealing with this thing. But then what's so crazy is this right here, right? This is Women Empowerment Month, the month of March, and then like last month with Black History Month, I ended that month off, by doing a few things, trying to. Man, I can't believe that. All right, but I ended that month off with trying to empower like women for like tax time, like our sisters and stuff like that. That's getting ahead of a lump sum of money or something like that. So we was I had my sister Grice on, Claudine Anders and stuff like that, and just try to show you like a couple of different hustles. You know what I mean? To just do like say for instance if you got like a job and you trying to level up, you got to keep another avenue of paper. And so we kind of ended the month off of that. Then like last year one of the months was National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And man, listen to me. I love ladies, but how did this happen? And why is there not anything for men? You dig what I'm saying? You know the motto. Turn up for Christ or burn up for life. For real. We're not playing. But I'm happy that y'all got a whole month to yourself, but how is this happening? You know what I mean? Now, National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I can dig that. I don't think nobody should be putting their hands on a woman, you know, being physically or verbally abusive. But then to come right back and have like a National Empowerment Women Month, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, now what is it for us? We ain't got nothing but Father's Day. If it's something for men out there, man, somebody got to let me know so we can tap in. You dig what I'm saying? Because soon as this month is over with, for the month of April, man, I'm definitely going to do something where we got to be speaking on about kings and about us leveling up as men and trying to find ourselves. And so that's the bare truth, man. Um, the whole motto is, man, listen, after doing that little bit in the joint, I came home with the mentality to be about righteousness every day. And so every time I jump on a podcast, man, we at least want to try to have some fun, but we want to be serious about, what we trying to do in life, man, because ain't nobody got no time to be playing. Life is too serious, man. And before you know it, another year done pass and people is dying, you know what I mean? And another birthday is here, and then you start looking back like what have you accomplished? You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna try to tell you something, man. Before I leave this earth, I want to do something serious. I don't want to just be mediocre, fam. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I do not want to just be mediocre. And so if somebody's in there, y'all in with the chats, ladies, let's get to it. What's up, V? He tapped into it, reacted to the video. That's my old school homie, man. Man, we've been getting down for a minute. Family. You dig what I'm saying? So I was trying to get this little video. Oh, I think I did get it up. I ain't for sure. But it says that I do got it up. So listen, today's topic, remember, if anybody seen the thing, I was just saying basically, inside every woman is a queen. Now, yesterday we did bring something to the table. What do you bring to the table? And honestly, man, I did not know after doing like so much research and watching like so many videos that women really do get offended if a man asks them, "What do you bring to the table?" And it's safe to say that there is this mentality that some women out there think that you about to find a dude that's just gonna take care of you for life. You dig? And not to be bashing anybody else ethnicity, but a lot of times Asian women move over to the United States with that intact. Like, okay, we're gonna find us a rich white man and become citizens of the United States, and sometimes they look for them, what I mean, and they be on that level. Sometimes younger women look for sugar daddies. You dig? I'll keep it a buck. Being on Facebook sometimes, I always chat with people who watch the podcast, or like when I send out friend requests because I'm trying to get more viewers and viewers. So I'm always sending out friend requests to people I think I know and people that I don't know. And most of the Bare Truth members, or like people that's on the podcast, is women. You know what I mean? I got the stream, I got the stats and stuff like that, especially like on the Bare Truth. And so the women number is way higher than men. You know what I mean? But a lot of ladies will say, you know what I mean, like, you handsome to be your age, you know what I mean. But I literally had a lady one time, what I mean, talking about, she was looking for somebody to take care of her. It's not me. I'm not him. You got to keep on looking, because I'm not him. You dig what I'm saying? I'm trying to get myself together. You dig? And I got this little video. I want to show it to y'all. But listen, I'm gonna show you this clip, and then what we're gonna do is I'll tell you the backdrop on a queen is in every woman, and we got these little bitty principles that we're gonna walk through and to talk about every woman. You should have these qualities, and if you ain't got these qualities, work on these qualities. And like, listen to me, man. I do not know everything. So if I study up on something, I do like something, I research somebody else's little stuff, I put my own play on it, I pray about situations. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I was in the joint, God had gave me this vision, like, just go back and make it right. You dig what I'm saying? Go back and make it right. And so that's what I'm doing. So let me see if I'm gonna play this little clip for you, and then we're gonna go on, and then I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
What is a woman? Is a woman bold?
How dare you?
Is she courageous?
I was arrested on December 1st, 1955.
She's a fighter, risk taker, lawmaker.
Were always rationalized as favors to women.
Educator, creator.
Anybody asked what I thought, I would write it.
You see a woman, she's a leader.
We, the people, have the power to build a better future.
She's a believer, high achiever.
Thank you for this award.
More a giver than a receiver. Woman of hope.
For there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it.
For the next generation to not be so cold. Women give love.
I've given it to everyone I know. I love this book.
Women give light. Women are the essence of life. Is she everything that we said she wasn't?
Who will have the power to shape our children for the next 4 or 8 years of their lives?
Or is she everything that she said she wanted? Just look in her soul. We can see her light shine. What is a woman?
Yo, and so listen, and that wasn't even the video that I wanted to show y'all. That was the video that I had uploaded because it was Women History Month, and it was just like, share that video. But that last lady that you just seen on there, her name is Brittany B, or Britton B. She's got a poem that's out of sight, and so I'm gonna see if it uploads. And if it uploads, then I'm gonna share it with you. But if not, let's just dig into this, man. And since y'all rocking with me, I'm gonna put the chats up, ladies. Tap in, man. Let me know what y'all thinking about. You dig what I'm saying? And so that way we will always try to figure out what it is. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about there's a queen in every woman. Every woman has got to have the qualities of a queen. Yesterday, if you be paying attention to what I'm saying, one of the things I was talking about, me bringing to the table as a man, I know that God created me as a king, a prophet, and a priest. And so I'm not going to shortchange nobody that I get involved with. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to stand in all three of those positions to the best of my ability. As a woman, I think that you got to remember that there's a queen inside of every woman because God don't make junk. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody here on this earth and say, okay, well, this person is better than you or that person is better than you. You know, there's different types of things because of sin that has, been in the world. And so, yeah, you might have disadvantages, but God loves everybody equally. Whether you know it or not, or whether you feel like it or not, or whether you believe in him or not, he still love you. You dig what I'm saying? And that's one thing I found out. And so one of the things that I pay attention to this guy, his name is R.C. Blake Jr. And I do a lot of his studies, you know what I mean, with him, and I listen to what he's saying because um, my style of my podcast, I did not even know that this is what he was doing, but he's with women empowerment, and believing that we got to lift the woman up, and to make a long story short, and saying that they've been abused for so long, and one of these cards that I get to, I'm gonna point it out and I'm gonna tell you why. But the number one principle of being a queen and figuring out the queen that's inside of you is this: you got to have self-awareness, you know, and this is your identity, the way that you view yourself. If ladies, he said this, and this is so true. Listen, man, if you can't fix your broken past of who you think you are, or what kind of pain and hurt that has happened to you, you ain't gonna never be able to get into a relationship and give it 100%. And 9 times out of 10, every woman has dealt with some type of brokenness. I don't care if it's from rape, if it's from let's say domestic violence, verbal abuse, and there's so many attacks that's on women, whether it's human trafficking or anything like that, or just seeing themselves not as 100% woman. And then you'll get women, who might get into stripping, then they'll turn it into prostitution. And who knows on how she really feel about herself. She could put up a wall and make it seem like, okay, I like what I'm doing because I'm getting the bag. Yeah, you getting the bag, but at the end of the day, are you aware that you're a queen, and that you don't have to get out here and do stuff like that just to get a bag? You know what I mean? And opening up your legs for men for money is not necessarily, being into a queen status or having, like, a self-awareness of yourself. Because if that's what you see of yourself, that's a broken mentality. You know what I mean? No woman should see herself as, I'm gonna have sex for a bag. That's just played out. One of the things that you got to call that's a broken mentality, because whoever taught you that, or wherever you got that from, or if just because you think that that's an easy way of money, that's still a broken mentality, because that ain't what God put you here on this earth for. Um, you can't be what you can't see, and so a lot of times that's the reason why, on the bare truth, I always say, listen, man, we got to go back and we got to talk to these kids, because if we don't talk to these kids, then what are we going to do? Nobody's making a comment yet. Everybody's just listening. All right, that's cool too. But listen, so you can't be what you can't see. You always have to be an upstanding role model for your kids. And so if you're a woman and you got daughters, and you treat yourself less than a queen or less than a woman, what do you think she's going to do with her life? You know what I mean? How can you expect her to have an awareness of her identity? And identity is meaning like who you are and who God created you to be. You have to be mindful of that identity that's in you. You know what I mean? Um, and identity is not defined in how much money you got, how many name brand clothes you got, how many purses you got, how many shoes you got, how successful you are, how many houses you own, cars, you dig what I'm saying? And you know how social media do it. Social media make you think that you're a boss because you got all of that stuff. And then you get to listening to some of these like rap albums, and you got to take your hats off to like Glorilla or Megan Thee Stallion and them, but then listen to what they tell you. You know what I mean? And listen to what they rap about. But then at the end of the day, when they out in public, you know what I mean, and walking these streets, they'll sell you a song. They'll give you a song and you'll download and you'll bob your head to it, talking a bunch of, you know what I mean? But in actuality, when you out here in this world, every chick want to be respected as a woman. You know what I mean? Every lady, you want that respect. You want people to give you that respect. You don't want no cat running up on you, you know what I mean, talking about what their head look like. You dig what I'm saying? Or running up on you with some type of disrespectful phrase, you know what I mean, just to come holler at you. You know what I mean? And when you get money, you don't just go slipping around either. You dig what I'm saying? So if the money is what your identity stands on, it's kind of crazy, because if you do level up, what are you doing? You ain't running around just, sleeping with anybody. But, sometimes it could be a broken identity. And to keep it real, I got to tell you, man, me and G Nice, we be doing the ball head nuts on Wednesdays, man. But it's some truth into that past lifestyle we used to live, man, because there was levels. You used to go to the club sometimes, man, and I'm going to tell you, true story. We go to the club. Now, we're going to get buzzed before we go. Then we're going to go into the club. Now, listen to this. This is what I'm looking for when I go into the club, right? Depending on the night. So there's level of women that we used to look at. The first level of women, the lowest of the low, you look through the club and you either know people by name or either you done heard about them. I hope that it ain't just cut off on me. But meanwhile, let me see. All right. But all right, because I'm looking at myself over here in this other camera. But listen to this. And ladies, don't take offense to this because this is my past life. But listen to this. We would comb the club. Now we looking for chicks that'll sleep with the whole crew. You dig what I'm saying? If we see a click, we see a chick that we know bust down material and we see her in the club, we looking for her. Straight up. I'm buying you drinks. Straight up. We like three deep. We're gonna try to take you somewhere back to somebody's crib. We're gonna try to stretch you out. I hate it. I'm not gonna glorify in it, but it's real. So if you're talking about self-awareness and identity, how did you get to that point? I'm not saying that we the best by treating you like that, but how broken is your mentality where you can get liquored up or smoke some weed and you can jump in this car and come back and have sex with me and my guys? I mean, I even had chicks that I could take my guys to, and if they go to sleep on me, wake my man up with something. Again, I ain't glorifying this, but I'm just trying to tell you that is a level of women that's out there. And just because I was Sugar Bear, the jewelry, the money, you dig what I'm saying? Come through with the get high. I got the weed, I got the drink, I got the powder. They turn out. Now, here go a second level of woman. The one that's got the crib and got girlfriends. Oh, I got some girls. You coming through tonight? Bring your boys, my girls, and them over there, and we going over there, and everybody get drunk, and then hopefully somebody gonna get on. You know what I mean? And so that's just the posse versus posse type girls. But then again, you got top notch women that's in the club that you dig what I'm saying. When you look at them, Shorty and them ain't going for that. I'm gonna try to at least get her number tonight. I'm gonna buy her a drink. I might hit the floor and dance with her. You dig what I'm saying? But more than likely, I'm gonna try to get her number and then I'm gonna try to take her out. I gotta shoot her somewhere and I gotta, you know what I mean, maybe wine and dine her. I gotta do something that's gonna make some sense. You know what I mean? She ain't just going for tonight. You dig what I'm saying? We might can go somewhere. I might be able to take her out. We used to go to Ross's back in the days up under the bridge. You might be able to shoot somebody over there to go get something to eat and chop it up a little bit more. But after that, well, I go home. I got, you know what I mean? I got to get up and go to church, or I got, anything. Got to go to work, but they ain't going for that. You dig what I'm saying? And so, how is that? That certain women have, a self-awareness about themselves where there's levels to their identity and levels to what they'll do. Now, I'm not trying to crush no women and saying that just because you did that, you less than a woman. But I mean, if you'd have had your nights like that, uh, tighten up. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't too late to tighten up, man. One thing I'm gonna tell you about life: as long as God wake you up every day, there is a plan and a purpose for your life, man. So tighten up. When we talking about, the study of a queen and what a queen should look like, I can only give you like a little minute opinion. This is coming from a male's perspective anyway. So listen, I'm not trying to down you and I don't want you to take it too personal, but just think about that. Your identity is not defined in how much money you got. So, sweetheart, I mean, you can go chase that bag if you want to. You dig what I'm saying? And if and I'm not getting down on anybody that's on onlyfans.com because I got a good friend, you know what I mean? That's her page. And I'm talking about Shorty been beautiful for a long, long time. Ever since I've known her, she's been beautiful. I'm just giving it to you from a queen's perspective. You know, money does not define you. Your bags, your shoes, your clothes, your house, your cars, or whatever. That is not your self worth. That is not, self awareness, and that does not make up your identity. People might look at you for that. You dig what I'm saying? They're like, oh, she got this or she got that, but that's not what it's about. Self awareness is about who you are on the inside. You dig what I'm saying? And having that confidence about yourself. All right. And it's important, man. And so if I wonder why y'all are not responding. Okay, we've been on for 20 minutes already. Are you serious? Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So we've been rocking for 20 minutes. So listen to this. Number two is self mastering. What is self mastering? Um, When a woman lacks discipline, she will be misused and abused because she is prey. And this is the one that I wanted to talk to you about. And the way my man broke this one down to me, this is really real. Women, if you think about it, everybody on this planet wants you. You dig what I'm saying? I don't care, you know what I mean? LGBTQ community. I'm not going to speak too highly about, that situation because I don't know about it. But I'm saying just women, just look at your assets. Whether you work a job, if you're a secretary, your boss will always try to hit on you. You dig what I'm saying? Whether you got a man behind closed doors, maybe one of his friends is going to try to hit on you. You could be a little kid growing up in a house and you can have a father or uncle or a cousin that could probably rape you or molest you. You dig what I'm saying? And whenever you out anywhere, you is viewed as like prey, like a piece of meat. And I hate that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think it's so important that we do empowerment for women because we need y'all and the world needs y'all. You know what I mean? Because there's so much that's wrapped up into y'all with being the mothers of the earth, the nurturers, the one that gives birth. You keep the population growing, but at the same time, the woman is love. And I know why God created her. I might touch up on a little bit of that if I get to the end and we still got some time. But dig this. You got to master your spiritual being, your mental being, and you got to master your physical being because anything else is out of order. People will take advantage of you. So just think about that. You got to master your mental, you got to master your physical, and you got to master your spiritual. Because if you don't master your physical, you dig what I'm saying? Like say you got to have like some type of rules and standards. I got this card. I'm gonna probably read it on love versus hate on Thursday. But it's just fresh on my head since I said that. The card was saying something like that. I don't have an attitude. I have standards. And I was like, damn, that's dope. I don't have an attitude, I have standards. And when it comes to like physically, you know what I mean, mastering your physical being, man, you gotta have some discipline and you got to have, you got to have some standards and some morals and some goals about yourself. You dig what I'm saying? And not only that, when it comes to your body, everybody don't deserve your body. You dig what I'm saying? And just because you got a nice body, does that mean that you want to just okay, I want to floss my body on social media because it's going to get me more likes, it's going to get me more views because if a person do get a chance to know you, you dig, that's all they're going to be looking for. There used to be this girl, man, she used to tag me all the time before I even knew how to stop the tags. You dig what I'm saying? And she was super beautiful. Her name was Ariel something, but she would take all these little poses and stuff in like dresses showing like her leg and her feet. You know what I mean? And I just kept on thinking, like, so I reached out to Shorty and I tried to be like, hey, what's happening? I'm Bear. Nice to meet you. You tagging stuff on my page. And she would never speak back. So I'm like, excuse my language because the old me had come out, but I'm like, fucking clown, like, don't be on my page. I did not give you permission to tag my page. You dig what I'm saying? You tagging my page with stuff, I don't know, trying to promote your life, but not on mine. You dig what I'm saying? Turn up for Christ or burn up for life. Yeah, man. And so super beautiful little lady, man, but don't even speak to people. But you tagging my page. You dig what I'm saying? Or she might make a comment on one of the podcasts, but you tagging my page, you know what I mean, as if you know me and you're trying to promote yourself. You dig what I'm saying? So take your spiritual being serious. I mean, your physical being. I'll talk about your spiritual in a minute, but take your physical being seriously. And then also, too, on that, damn, there was a movie, man, with Viola Davis in it, man. And I think it's called The Woman King. Man, it's dope. It's super, super dope. And just on a level of that, ladies, if you feel like there's something going on in your with yourself and you're not healthy and there's something going on with your well-being, get in the gym. Go to the gym. Why not go to the gym, man, and start figuring it out and start working out? You dig what I'm saying? Because it can't do nothing but make you healthier and make you want to live longer. I tell you what, when you get done working out, you feel so good. So that's just one of the phases. Master your physical being. Also master your mental being. And what that means is like, man, you gotta have some peace. Remember yesterday how we was talking about conversations with certain people? If a person is around you and they conversation ain't nothing, how you should just remove yourself sometimes. Ain't nothing like, you know what I mean, being indulged in a dumb or a dull conversation with somebody. You talking and you ain't said nothing in 20 minutes, fam. We've been sitting up here rapping and I don't even know what you talking about. I do not like that, bro. Whenever I'm sitting down and we spending time and I don't care if we just old friends. Once we get done reminiscing about how we used to do, what's next? What are we on now? What are we doing now? Where we going now? Man, I'm on this. What y'all on, man? What y'all trying to do? You dig what I'm saying? Now, I like to sit back and watch sports, but I'm telling you, when me and G Nice wrap it up, that's the reason why a lot of times I rock with him. You dig what I'm saying? Like on the phone conversations, or we did the ball head nuts, because it's always okay. What's the next move? How can we better ourselves? What we gonna do now? What we gonna do next? My cousin little Larry, he like that. My little brother Quint, he always talking about like, man, come back to the crib. We could do this. It's always business and visions on real people's mind. And another way that you can protect your mental being is don't be um in a relationship where somebody is verbally abusing you. You know what I mean? Your peace is so important, man, that if you're in a abusive relationship and they abusing you, like, verbally, that can tear down, your self-esteem. And I tell you, women are emotional people. And so sometimes words hit hard. There used to be a commercial. They used to say words hit harder than a fist. Now, it might not sound like that off the gate, but it does mean that. What's up? I ain't seen my man in a minute. What's up, CT? That's my dog. Oh man, I'm chilling. I'm glad you tapped in for a minute. I didn't think nobody could I couldn't read no comments. Nobody ain't saying nothing. Maybe y'all just listening. I hope it's just like that. Hopefully you getting something with that. So okay, ladies, remember this. Master your physical being, master your mental being. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's important. Your mental being got to be together too, also for your shorties. So, if you're a mother out here, you got to have that peace. You got to have that getaway space where you can get some peace, where you can recoup, where you can build yourself up. And you got to have a man or somebody that's around you, even if you single. You dig what I'm saying? Your girlfriends, y'all got to be positive. Your OG, go sit down with your mom, your grandmother, your auntie, your cool cousin, or somebody, and lift each other up mentally. Protect your mental being, because I'm telling you, if you don't think right, you can't move right. It's impossible. And I'm just saying that because I know that for a fact. I struggle so much doing 14 years in a joint, man, that people don't even understand me. So a lot of times when I'm separating myself or I go into quiet zone, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to protect that mental peace, man, because I need it. You know what I mean? And it's not nothing personal, but I'm not gonna sacrifice my mental peace just to be friends with, you know what I mean, with you. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta come first place. And my mind has gotta come first place. If my mind is not right, I can't be right. So I'm not gonna do it. And another thing, um, protect your spiritual being. If you keep God first, all these other things will fall into place. You dig what I'm saying? But if anything is out of order, you can almost agree. What up, Stone Bread? That's my little bro. But I can guarantee you this: if one thing is out of order, you know what I mean? Um, everything will fall apart. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to protect yourself physically, you got to protect yourself mentally, and you got to protect yourself spiritually. Always keep a relationship with God. And I mean, if you don't got a relationship with God, like say if you don't believe in God, then um, to each his own. I'm not gonna bash you or say, what I mean, you got to, you ain't gotta believe in me, you know what I mean, to have a relationship with God. But I want to ask you this. If you do believe in God and you know he's there, I was just talking to a good friend of mine, old school friend. Yesterday, she felt like this podcast made her re invigorate her prayer life. And that's all we can do. It's always how can we build somebody up and how can we help somebody get better? You dig what I'm saying? And one thing about God, he love you so much that he want the best for you. That's the reason why you created. That's why you're here on this earth, because he got a plan and a purpose for your life, and he felt like you could glorify him. When he created you, he felt like you would show out for him, show up and show out for him, because he's an awesome and good God, a loving God. That he said, "Hey, I'm putting you here on this earth so people can see what I create, what I do. So if it's anything that you like in me, I got to get a credit to him. I can't take the credit because that's him working and moving and grooving inside of me, and me just being submissive to what he's trying to tell me. So ladies, if I can give you anything, get your spiritual being right. And I guarantee you, you know what I mean, you're gonna start making better choices. You're gonna start making better financial choices. You know what I mean? Because I gotta tell you, and I could say this with all people, because there are some guys out there that they love to shop. They love J's. They love shoes. Me and Stonebread, you dig what I'm saying? We do it. We've been doing it for so long. You know what I mean? Being fly. But women, y'all got some bad financial choices. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna just say it's just y'all. Men mess up too, but man, y'all got some bad financial choices. You dig what I'm saying? On what you do with money, on how you spend it and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, get that spiritual person together. You dig what I'm saying? And really walk into this thing called a queen. Because everybody got every woman got a queen inside of her. You dig what I'm saying? God don't make junk. He didn't create this lady with it and you don't get it. You got it too. You just got to try to figure out how you're going to get it. And one of the things he said too is don't try to master a relationship until you mastered this. You dig what I'm saying? Now check that out. So if mastering self mastering really is discipline, don't try to be into a relationship until you got that together. Does that make a little bit of sense though? Because I saved that card for something. And discipline draws the line. That's one of the tips I got from off my man RC when I was listening to him. He says discipline draws the line. And so when you discipline, remember the other card I was telling you about where the lady was like, listen, I don't got an attitude, I got standards. You dig what I'm saying? That makes so much sense. I ain't got no attitude. You might think that I'm just popping off or like I'm just, oh, I think I'm this and that. Like, no, nigga, I got standards. Sorry about the N word because we don't stop that. But that's sometimes I just paraphrase stuff so you can feel it. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want you to never like it's gonna go over your head. I might didn't have to use that word, but it's real. If you got discipline, you drawing a line in the sand. You got standards for yourself, and don't try to be in a relationship unless you got yourself together. And it ain't gonna do nothing but be more messed up. Especially if you emotionally distraught, mentally distraught, you insecure about yourself. I'm gonna tell you that's the worst person to be around. Somebody who's insecure about themselves. If I hollered at you, if I think that you're beautiful and God think that you're beautiful, I don't like the negative talk of always down in themselves. Nobody want to hear that all day. For real, for real. I'm just playing. All right, let's keep going with the queen thing. All right. Matter of fact, number three, self-confidence. If you're gonna be a queen, you gotta have self-confidence. You dig what I'm saying? Just as I was just talking that up, I didn't read the card just now, but I'm reading it to you now because it really do make sense. Now listen to this. Um, he said something, and I want you to think about this real seriously because remember when I was telling you about the club? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna give you this statement, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell you why this is so true. To have self confidence, a woman needs to feel like I have presence. I make a statement without ever saying a word. I will make my mark with grace, humility, excellence, and kindness. Now, listen to this though. I will make a statement without ever saying a word. Have you ever been somewhere? Like I'm telling you, when we used to go in a club, sometimes you can just look at a woman and you can know, like, she ain't for nan. You know what I mean? Like, so when you come to her, you got to approach her with that type of mentality. You know, and I ain't never been in a club where I felt like insecure about myself. Like, it ain't nothing in here that I can't holler at because you human just like I'm human. I don't care what you do, what you got. I know who I am. But listen to this. How can you make a statement without ever saying the word? That's because you got self confidence. That's because you're secure in who you are. And people know who you are by the way that you move and you groove. People know that you don't stand for this. You ain't going for that. Listen, I don't sleep around, so don't bring that type of behavior to me. Don't come talking to me about, you know what I mean? Sometimes that discipline, like drawing that line, man, you better have that. And it says that I make my mark with grace, humility, excellence, and kindness. Have you ever seen a beautiful lady that just moves and she's so sweet and she's so nice? And you know what I mean? She don't gotta be rah 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 because she don't deal with those type of crowds. People that's on that, she's got discernment that I move around. I don't hang around with that. And I know how to control my temper. I know how to talk to you. Some people, man, can just give you a conversation and they can just crush you. You dig what I'm saying? Have you ever seen somebody that can just crush you like in humility? Like I ain't gotta get loud with you just to tell you how I feel, or you know what I mean, and not to try to belittle people, but man, it can happen. You dig what I'm saying? You be around a powerful woman who's really confident in herself, who really feel like she a queen. Like man, she could let you down, like really sincere. Like listen, I don't do that. I'm such and such, and this is what I stand for. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm telling you, powerful women with a queen mentality make a statement without even saying a word. They don't even got to talk to you, but they do it in such a precious way, like with grace, excellence, kindness, and humility. You know what I mean? That's when you know that God is in their life. You dig what I'm saying? My sister is like that. You dig what I'm saying? You know, she can go there with you because she got that little army training and she can pop off. But Grace, when you see her, her presence represents herself. She know that she beautiful, and not saying it's got to be all physical appearance because she's smart. She, you know what I mean? She's well accomplished, you know what I mean? And she go get her own. You dig what I'm saying? And we'll talk about that in a minute. But listen to this. When you got self-confidence in yourself, you never have to apologize for who you are. Never dumbing it down to make other people feel good. You don't got to dumb yourself down to make this cat feel good. You dig what I'm saying? Because you smart and he want to be a thug. You dig what I'm saying? You smart and you a go getter and you trying to level up in the world of like business and corporate business and stuff like that. But since he a thug and okay, y'all dig each other like that. So now when you start talking about different things, everybody can't go with you on the conversation level. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm telling you, I know some women who can't go there with me on a conversation level. And so it's unattractive. But I'm not about to dumb it down just to try to make you feel cool. I'm not. And you know what? I tell you what, God bless you. You have a good day. And you know what I mean? I'm out. You dig what I'm saying? And you got to be out because it's true. If you're confident in yourself, in your presence, it's not in like name brands, labels, or anything like that. You're just confident in who you are. And I think it's kind of saying too, just because you got a bag or you know what I mean, you carry your name brand bag or you got on some shoes and you know what I mean. I see like a lot of ladies who dress up and the first thing they'll do is they'll try to throw on like name brand. And I mean, and not just ladies, but men too. And so like say for instance, when we went to the white party and sometimes like the black party too, you know, these are like nice events in the quad cities where people dress up and they come out and it's a beautiful thing. It's nothing like seeing our people, man, dress up, man, and come out and have a good time. But sometimes people throw on like name brand stuff to try to make you feel like they got it going on. You dig what I'm saying? Like just because you got on like some Gucci shoes or a Gucci hat or you know a belt or something like that, a Gucci shirt, you know that just automatically means you got yourself together or like you successful. You ain't successful, fam, because you put on some name brand stuff. Come on, and sweetheart, it ain't gonna make you either. You dig what I'm saying? All your purses, all your money. I don't care if your boyfriend is a D boy and he take care of you and you do this and that. You always shining when you show up to a club. That does not give you self confidence. Self confidence is being powerful in who you are, and it's nothing like seeing like a black woman that's, and I ain't gonna say just black woman. I'm talking about all women that's confident. But I love to see my people on top of their square. I love to see y'all doing y'all thing. I love to see a woman in her element. You know what I mean? Because it's beautiful. And and that's on the heart coming bleeding out through the physical being, manifested out through the physical being. That's in her heart. She's kind, she's sweet, you know what I mean? She take care of herself. She about business. She you know what I mean? She don't need you for nothing. You dig what I'm saying? She just on her queen shit. You dig what I'm saying? And so remember, number three, self-confidence. All right. And since we just said that about bosses, number four, we're gonna talk about self-sufficiency. You dig what I'm saying? She is independent. You know what I mean? And she should always feel like I am capable and I am motivated to trust God and to be the source of my own life. I will not beg anyone to supply for me and my well being. Dig that again. I am capable and I am motivated to trust God and to be the source of my own life. I will not beg anyone to supply me or my well being. So, you know what that means? She don't need a D boy to come through and dress her up and make her feel like she everything. You dig what I'm saying? You know how it goes. I've been there before. Me and my baby's mamas, we did that. But I think our love for each other was a lot bigger than that. And we didn't meet like necessarily on the level of me taking care of a woman and buying her stuff. But I know what it's like to get that money from the street and be able to go put us in, a crib or to go put us in a car whenever we need it, you know, you know what I'm saying, and be able to buy things. You dig what I'm saying? But when a woman is self-sufficient, and she got her own, and that's what the level up means to be a boss. It's like, fam, you can go that way. with all that slick talk and all that, you know what I mean? Trying to show them the bag or, trying to make it rain. You can go that way. And I think a lot of times that's the reason why women do uh the stripping and stuff. Mel, what's up, bro? Man, I'm just doing me. Listen, I gotta talk to you. And man, cause I gotta get some music recorded, fam. I love you too, big bro. Man, that's my dude. Old school mixing Mel, man. That has been the big homie forever. You know what I mean? I was watching Mel. I was watching the old movie. I forget what it is. It's an old school hip hop movie with Busy B in them. And then when I was watching this documentary and they was talking about how hip hop started, man, I thought about you so many times. They got to saying something about a Casio keyboard, the 4 second sampler Casio. I said, boy, that was us in Mix and Mel basement. But meanwhile, back to the script. Okay, so ladies, remember what I'm saying. Self sufficiency. Number one, let's go back to the statement. I am capable and motivated to trust God and to be the source of my own life, and I will not beg anybody for to supply me or my life or well-being. No man, no D boy. Dig this. I'm not depending on public assistance. Now, I feel like this. If you need public assistance to be a stepping stone, man, go ahead and get that. You dig what I'm saying? Because in life, it's always good to have a boost. You know what I mean? Um, I just did 14 years, you know what I mean? And when I came home, I got a boost from family, to help me like get on my feet. Like my daughter, man, she just showed up and showed out. Just put me in like, like 15 jogging outfits. She got me Air Force Ones and Air Maxes. Like, here, Dad, like get it together. Cause she know once I feel good about myself, I'm gone. You dig what I'm saying? But public assistance, don't lean on that to be you. You dig what I'm saying? Don't lean on that to be you because so many times ladies will get content with just public assistance. And I'm saying this from a fact because I've been, you know what I mean, in the projects, whether it's Indianapolis, whether it's Rock Island, whether it's Davenport, I don't care where city it's at. We got the projects and we got public assistance. And guess what we're going to do? We coming over there, we're going to buy you weed, we're going to buy you drink, and we're going to sell dope out of your house. For real. I'm not laughing because it's not funny, but I've done it for many years and I've seen it done, you know? But listen, don't depend on that. In order to be a queen and be a boss and to level up, you got to use that as a stepping stone, you know? Um, Number two, looking for handouts. Never be totally dependable on one person. A matter of fact, since we're talking about that, let's throw this in there. Um, One thing that Paper Paul was telling me that was so good, and then after he got done telling me that, I was talking to somebody else, you know, she's a woman, and talking about taxes, like tax time. Remember, I was saying, like, if you get this big lump sum of money, like, man, do something with that bread, do an investment, make something shake to the point where, you know, you ain't just working your job. You got another avenue of bread coming in, some type of source of money. But if you really level up and you really on your boss and you walking into your queen mentality, guess what? Your tax bracket is in another department. You dig? So it's like when tax time come, you owe taxes. You don't get taxes back. You owe taxes because you make so much a year that you gotta pay out taxes. I would rather owe you taxes than have you give me like a couple of thousand because I gotta stay in this little bracket of bread just to get those crumbs from you once a year. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna be mediocre, fam. I'm just giving it to you raw. I'm keeping it 100. I'm not going. You know what I mean. I am going to give it to you. I'm trying to make the most out of my life. You know what I mean. I want to be successful. I want to be able. I want to have so much money that I can help other people out. That's what I'm saying. So a woman that's got a queen mentality and you trying to level up, you got to think of it like that. You don't ever want to be the one that, all right, I'm getting handouts and all right, I'm cool with this little link card once a month. Oh, I got my Section 8, you know what I mean? I only pay like 50 or $60 and I got this duplex. That's cool. But then while you getting that little break and that little paper, you need to be stacking that money to the side. So all the time while y'all giving me this, the next move I'm about to go do, I'm about to go buy a house. You dig what I'm saying? I wish we had some of the benefits that y'all get. Listen here, man, to the moon. I'm telling you, Batman to the moon. I'll be straight out of here with some of them benefits. But listen, it makes sense. In order to be a boss, you got to be self sufficient. You got to be independent. And that's a queen mentality. A queen is not like, the law of the totem pole. You dig what I'm saying? Now you might be looking at it because when we watch movies, it always seems like it's a gang of people, but there's only one queen. But at the end of the day, if everybody just looked at it like I'm a queen too, then you just take ownership of your own dominion, of your own household. Be the queen of your house. Be the queen of your family. You know what I mean? Be the queen of your marriage, and make sure that you always giving it 100% to level up and that you self-sufficient. If your husband die, can you take care of your kids and your family? You know what I mean? Can you get out here and make something happen? If your D-boy go to jail and go to prison, what you gonna look like after that? Real talk. What you gonna look like? You dig what I'm saying? Can you still, you know what I mean, maintain the bags and the shoes and the trips and the vacations? You might want to check yourself out. You dig? All right. Let me see if this other video came through real quick. Oh, it did. Okay. So I seen somebody else on here. Hey, Teresa, what's going down? I'm trying to figure out why I owe. I don't want to owe, but it could be worse. Yeah. Are you talking about taxes, Teresa? Okay. I don't know. But listen, I want y'all to check out this poem too. And then I'm gonna do this last one because it finally got downloaded. So check out this poem because she said, okay, but yeah, see, taxes though, because you make money. You dig what I'm saying? So, there it is. You get that bread. Loan me something. I'll come through for for a loan. No, I'm just playing though. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though, Teresa. It's like this. That's a beautiful thing when you owe because that means that you making more money. You dig what I'm saying? Like you in a whole different bracket because your bank account is way bigger than it's only a certain bank account amount you can't make over this amount or you ain't getting nothing back for the top of the year. You know that. I ain't telling you nothing you don't know. But there it is. That's that queen mentality. You always been a hard worker though anyway. So I mean this ain't nothing new to you, you know. I want y'all to check out this video real quick, and then we're gonna come back. I want you to listen to what she said on her poem because this is the one I wanted to show y'all. The first one was a commercial, but then let's do this.
Dear young woman, I hope you find you. I hope you find love. I see all the armor you wear. I see all the jewels and gems of wisdom you share. It's okay to shine, Ma. It's okay to shine. It's okay to have pride, Ma. You don't have to live a lie. Don't let the violence fool you into silence, convincing you that you are not worthy of space and time. You might not know it yet, but you got a multi-dimensional set of eyes looking out for you. Trust that what is meant for you is relying on you to show up. Show up. You can lose your religion, but you will never lose your spirit. Each of your breaths have minds and lives of their own. I doubt we'll ever know the true impact of our presence. What a blessing. Young woman, I wish you enough. I wish you enough time for all of your skills and talents. I wish you more. I wish you more revelations than disrespects and regrets. And I beg you to believe in yourself more than your parents ever did. Carry out your curiosities in spite of the corruptions you experience. You let yourself free when you let yourself forgive. And so when you do, and I know you will, I hope you find you. I hope you find love again.
Man, listen. I don't know about you, but Shorty moved me. I ain't even a woman, but I felt empowered. For real, for real. But listen, did you hear what she was saying though? She says so many things in like one poem because she talked about some of the stuff we was talking about, the hurt, you know what I mean? And being a blessing, never losing your spiritual. You know what I mean? You can lose religion because religion is just, somebody making you believe in their belief system, a traditional system. I got a belief in Jesus Christ. That's not a religion. I got a relationship with God, and that's just what it is, and that's my spiritual being. But she says some things. You know what I mean. No matter whether you was hurt or abused, you got to get yourself back up. You got to show up, and it's okay to shine. But what are you shining for? Don't let that shine dictate who you are. You dig what I'm saying? And even though you've been hurt, you know what I mean? You gotta have forgiveness. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta find a way to forgive because that's the only way you're gonna set yourself free so you can keep moving and so you can be all God called you to be. Um, I'm gonna finish off with this last one. Remember, I said I had five, so this is what we did. We talked about the first one was self awareness. Number two was self mastering. Self awareness is, man, being aware of your identity. Who are you? And being happy with yourself. Mastering discipline, meaning your physical, mental, and spiritual being. And then number three was having confidence. You know what I mean? You got to have confidence in who you are. You know what I mean? And you can make a statement without even saying a word because you're confident that you're a woman. And when you got confidence about yourself, like dirt bags don't even pull up on you. I hate to say it like that, but you know what I mean? When you look at a real woman and stuff like that, the way that she carry herself, it's a certain aura. You just like I said, when we in the club and you just see that one and you know that this, you don't just pull up on her with no foolishness, fam. She ain't for none of that. She ain't going. And you got to be self-sufficient, which means that you can be independent. If you're going to use public assistance or even like, getting the taxes back once a year, let those be stepping stones to move you into, to level up, to being more empowered. Now, the last one is dope. And I'm glad that the video did pull up, the poem did, because it's self actualization. And this is manifestation. This is like everything is in you, manifesting, and you will have to unpack it. And every child is wrapped generations of impact. So when you look inside like a hospital room and you see all of these kids in this hospital room, in this nursery that's in there, you know what I mean? It's people coming by looking at their loved ones' kids, and you see all of these kids in there. It's so many prominent like little children, little babies that's right there, newborns that's in that room. You never know if it's a president in that room, if there's a doctor in that room, if it's the next, you know what I mean, congressperson in that room, police officer, lawyer. Something is in that room. Something is inside of you too. You dig what I'm saying? God put it in all of us. Everybody got something to do. And remember, I keep telling you, it's something that you're passionate about. Whatever that comes natural to you, that you can just do it and it don't even feel like work, that's your thing. I'm gonna get my chats back up because I might be missing. So okay, yes, it's different. Okay. But yeah, so remember that. If it's something that's passionate to you, that's that God given, birth of a talent or a purpose or a calling that's in your life. You know what I mean? Self actualization, manifesting and making sure, like, listen to this statement. He said, being fruitful. Listen to this and tell yourself this: I will not bring my talents or valuable gifts that God has given me to the grave. Listen to that again. I will not bring my talent or valuable gift that God has given me to the grave. I will not waste my purpose. I will live my life to be who I was created to be. I will live out my life and my purpose to who I was created to be. Saying that I ain't going to the grave, man, with the talents. And a lot of people ain't biblical, right? You know what I mean? But do you know, like, that's one of the reasons why I rock with Jesus? Because, like, the parable of the talents and how the man gave like 1 5, he gave 1 3, and he gave 1 1. And then he came back, the one that had 5 doubled his up and he had 10. The other one that had 3, he doubled his up and had 6. The one that had one talent, he told him, he said, listen, I know that you was a cruel master and you did not reap where you did not sow. So I hid your talent. I buried it. And here it is for you, master. And he looked at him. He was like, you fool. You know what I mean? I'm taking yours and I'm giving it to somebody else because you jagged. How many of y'all out there, man, that's got a talent or got a gift or a purpose for something that's inside of you and you scared to step out on a limb of faith? You just sitting on it, man, and you won't even go nowhere. You ain't doing nothing with it. How many of y'all just sitting up, you drinking and smoking more than what you are putting into your talent, into your gift? Yeah, you get up and you go to work. That's cool because you get that check. That check, pay them bills and boom, 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 keep the kids afloat. All right, the next check, shit, me and the girls, we hitting the club. We're going to get drunk. We're going to smoke good. And we're going to be in the club laughing and dancing and having a fun. We're going to post on Facebook. And that's life. But what's in you, though? What's inside of you that's going to be like, man, I'm a queen. I I'm falling back from the club. I ain't going to the club no more for the rest of this year. All of my little money, I'm about to put it up and I'm about to jumpstart this business. I'm about to do something with it. I don't care what it is, what you're supposed to be doing, what you're trying to do. Man, if you don't get out of you what God has put in you and you take that stuff to the grave, you're a fool. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. You a fool, because I'm not. You see what I'm saying? You see me when I came to the crib. Listen, I'm going after any and everything that I can put my hands on. Anything that feels good to me that I feel like I can be successful in, that I can groove in. I'm going for it, fam. I don't know about you, but he said something else too. He said, "Don't waste it on secondary matters." Once again, listen to this: vain pursuits of fashion, foolish relationships that just waste time, that are not working, and just a waste of time, that are not worthy, and just a waste of time. What about vain pursuits of fashion? I wonder what he meant by that. But I think I got a clue. You know how everybody is always taking money and they trying to keep up. They trying to do this and that. And so you out here breaking yourself for some name brand. You dig what I'm saying? Man, you dig what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I get it. You want to be, in the club, you want to shine, but I keep trying to tell you, your identity does not rest in what you got on. Because if that's all it is, a pair of Jordans or Gucci belt or Gucci hat or a Gucci outfit or something like that, if that's all you worth, you small time under a microscope, fam. What about a foolish relationship? Wasting time on something that's not worthy. Ladies, you dig what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? Why would you waste your time and your talents? You got this queen mentality, right? There go a couple of steps on having a queen mentality, something to work on. It might not be all of them, and I might not be hitting the right spots on some of them, but just listen to this again and take 1 through 5 and try to figure out, is it something that I can do with this and bring life? I'm gonna give it to you one more time. One is self-awareness. Get my little cards together. Self-awareness, the way you yourself, your identity. Who are you? You dig what I'm saying? Number 2, self-mastering, having that discipline. You know what I mean? To work on your physical being, your mental being, and your spiritual being. Number 4, self-sufficiency. No, that was only 2. Let me go to 3. 3 is self-confidence, being able to make a statement without even saying a word. You know what I mean? Not letting no labels or nobody, you know what I mean, dictate who you are. You got confidence in yourself and you bold just by the way you live your life. People got to respect you just on that. And do it with kindness, humility, excellence, and what else did he say? With grace, humility, excellence, and kindness. Do it like that. You know what I mean? You ain't always got to pop off to make your point clear. You dig what I'm saying? Remember what Shorty said? I'm gonna bring that back to y'all on Thursdays. Um, I'm not. She said something about I don't have an attitude. I have standards. Think about it like that. Number 4 is independence, self sufficiency. Always be a boss. Like shoe. If this well run dry, I can go over here and go get this paper. That's what I was telling about taking them income taxes, doing like that little side hustle, making sure you could do something else. I hate to say it, if you got a D boy and them feds roll up on him, can you still take care of that house? Can you still take care of your kids? Can you maintain that lifestyle that you've been accustomed to? I don't know. That's up to you. You got to figure it out. And number 5, self actualization, manifesting what's in you and getting it out into the world. God created you for a purpose and He gave you a talent, man, for you to share with the world, for you to be something and be somebody, man. Listen to me, man. When I tell you this, when you rock with the bare truth, I ain't giving you nothing but positivity because I'm not about to die mediocre. I'm not just gonna be here for nothing. You dig what I'm saying? When I hit the grave, I'm gonna give it all I got. For real, for real. Turn up for Christ or burn up for life. Listen, I love you. Tomorrow's the bare truth. I'm gonna do the Bible study. I'm still figuring that out. But listen, man, thank y'all for rocking with me. We're gonna get back to it tomorrow with the Bible study. Willie Martin, what's up? I didn't see CC and them tonight, but they'll probably watch it like later on. Okay, ladies, man, listen, man, I did that for y'all. It's Women Empowerment Month. Take me seriously. Take the month seriously. I don't know. We didn't get nothing, so I might as well come on and talk and talk for y'all, man. Stoneberry, we gotta start us a holiday or something, man. We gotta do something. We gotta do something for men. We gotta do some type of like a cookout or anything. But listen, man, God bless y'all. Love y'all. I'm gone. Peace.